Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Oh My God Techie here. In today's video, we have basically the final parts for the GSR Turbo build. So there's still a couple little parts I need, just a couple $5, $10 things. There might be more things that I don't know of yet. But over here is the more expensive stuff out of the way, and pretty much the rest of the stuff I needed to complete the build. So I'm going to show you guys everything that I have right here. Obviously there's a clutch, but we'll get into that lastly. But right here we have some fuel injectors. Now these aren't really name brand fuel injectors, I guess you would say, but the tuner that is tuning my car has put these in so many people's cars and he hasn't had any problems. So these are 900cc injectors, so I'm not really worried about that since he's already put them in so many people's cars, including my friend's Honda Civic. So that's fine. We got the fuel injectors right there, 900cc. Then up next here we have a OBD1 ECU. So this is what he's going to be tuning it on. I still need to get the little jumper harness from the OBD 2 to 1, so I still need to buy that. That's just like one of the little smaller things. It's probably only going to cost like 20 bucks, so not really too worried about that, not very expensive. But yeah, that is the ECU. It is not actually chipped yet, so what he's gonna do for me is put a little chip in there, I guess, something like that. It's not gonna be the Honda one, so I decided not to go with the Honda S300, whatever the chip is that you put in there, because it's just too expensive for me right now. It is probably something that I will upgrade in the future, but just for now I don't think it's really necessary. He's just gonna throw a tune on there. I'm probably not gonna daily the car for too much longer. Probably within 2 to 3 months I'm gonna pick up another car. I'm not sure what it's gonna be yet. Now I had an idea, if I don't sell my B20, I was thinking about getting the B20, finding an Integra with a blown motor, and just put the B20 straight in there and just call it a day. It'll be pretty cheap, but I do kind of want a different car, but at the same time it would be pretty cool to own 2 different Integras. But yeah, so that is the ECU. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And now this is the big item right here. So this is a stage 5 action clutch. Let me get this box open. Comes with a giant sticker. I do not know if I'm going to put this on my car. It's honestly pretty damn big. If it was a small one, I'd probably put it on my car, but I don't know, it's just a little too big. But yeah, so here is the clutch. It comes with a little lanyard too. That's pretty cool. Got the little throw-up bearing and whatever little bearing that is. I forgot which one and that is for. Got the little clutch alignment tool. But then we have the clutch right here with the pressure plate. So let me just pull this off so you guys can see the clutch. Man, this thing is pretty damn heavy. So here is the clutch. It is a stage 5. It is unsprung. So it would be pretty hard if I try to daily this car with this kind of clutch. It would be kind of a pain in the butt, especially in traffic. But like I said, I'm planning on trying to get another car within 2 to 3 months after I put in this motor. So yeah, we got the clutch here. It is a 6-puck clutch. So there it is. And then down here we have a lightweight flywheel. Now I'm not actually sure what the pound is on this, but it is pretty light. I can't really remember how heavy the stock one is, but it is a couple pounds less. But anyway, so there is the clutch, there is all the components. So let's just go ahead and put this back in the box for now. Don't really want to get it messed up before I put it in the car, to be honest. So let's put that on there. Let's put the pressure plates. So yeah, guys, that is basically all of the parts that I have for in today's video, but that is pretty much everything I need to finish up this build. So I was gonna go ahead and put on the actual flywheel and the clutch, but it's actually kind of hard to get in there, and I don't think it's gonna fit with it being on the stand. So I'm not even gonna mess around with that. I'm gonna wait until I take the engine off the actual stand. Now I forgot if I actually showed you guys, but in here we have a 3-inch aluminized mandrel bent exhaust being waited to be welded up. So it's in there. I'm not gonna take it out because why? It's just piping. It's nothing too exciting. It comes with the hardware, but this has been sitting here for quite some time, probably a month. So I still need to get the exhaust welded once the motor's in the car. Now I was thinking about bringing down my LS motor and just giving him the turbo manifold and saying, you know what, put this on the LS, weld it up how it needs to be welded up, then take it off the car and I'll bring it back to my house. And then once the GSR motor is in, I'll just go ahead and put it on. Now one problem with that is the turbo manifold doesn't even fit in with the radiator that's in there right now. So I don't really want to mess around with swapping out the radiator right now. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put it in the GSR motor and then find a way to get it down there. Now the guy told me that with these fuel injectors and with the ECU, it's going to run a little rough, which it always does on just a little bass tune. But he said he thinks if the shop is only a couple miles away from my house, I could probably make it there. But I might play it safe and try to get like a trailer, borrow someone's truck, and just kind of trailer it down there, get it welded up, and then bring it back. But we will deal with that once it comes up. But first, we got to get the motor in the car. I'm actually saving up a little more money before I put the motor in the car. Now, I kind of lied. There is a couple more things I do need to get, which just popped up in my head right now. But they're not very expensive. I need a fuel pump that's going to run me probably around $100 bucks. I was thinking about getting this AEM one, so I'll probably get that. I need a fuel pump that's going to run me around $100 bucks. I need the Rye jumper harness for the VTEC, or not the jumper, I don't know what the hell you want to call it, but the VTEC harness from can't even talk. The VTEC harness from Rye, I think it's around 55 bucks, and then it's gonna be like 60 bucks plus shipping. So that's basically it, and plus spark plugs for the motor, which aren't that expensive. It's probably like 20-30 bucks, so not really worried about that. Now, I know you guys are gonna be asking me about tires. So tires right now just do not fit in the budget at all. So I know I'm gonna have a lot of wheel spin, but in the future, probably a couple weeks after I get the motor in the car, I'm thinking about getting the Toyo Proxy R888s. I was looking at the 215s, but I think I might just go with the 205s, but we will see when the time does come. I think the 215s are just a tad bit thicker, but they are a lot more expensive than the 205s. But guys, we're just getting closer and closer to swapping this in. I know this series has probably been dragged out a little more than it should have, but I'm just trying to save up a little bit more money so that I don't get completely broke from throwing all my money into my car and not having any spending money at all. So that's why it's kind of taking so long. I'm doing it in steps, but hopefully within the next week or two, we will have the motor in the car and it'll finally be ready to go. But anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to see the final product of the GSR build. We should be done, like I said, in just a couple weeks here. Fingers crossed that everything goes well. But anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, guys.